sharing it and stuff, so just give me a couple seconds here. The South Union Township Sports Network welcomes you to Mustang Field here at Laurel Highlands High School for high school boys soccer action as Breezeline Cable and the South Union Township Supervisors present WPIL High School Boys Soccer, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs hosting the Ringgold Rams. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupé, and welcome you aboard for this evening's high school boys soccer game. South Union Township Sports Network coverage brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Breezeline Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Laurel Highlands sitting at 7-7 overall, 4-6 in conference play. Jerry Rogers in his 9th year as the head coach of the Mustangs. The Ringgold Rams sit at 6-7 overall, 6-4 in the conference. Matt Snyder in his 3rd year as the head coach of the Ringgold Rams. Really a must-win game for Laurel Highlands to keep realistic playoff hopes alive. Both of these teams kind of trending in opposite directions right now. Laurel Highlands has lost 3 straight. They've scored only 1 goal over their last 3 games. Ringgold, on the other hand, showing some pretty good form. The Rams have won 3 games in a row and really playing well at the right time of the season. The Mustangs will also be without their top scorer tonight. Thatcher Wilson has 15 goals, 5 assists. He picked up a red card in a non-conference game last night against Charleroi, so no Thatcher Wilson tonight. We will turn it over to Jason Taylor, our public address announcer, for tonight's starting lineups here at Mustang Field.
Good evening. Welcome to Mustang Field here on the campus of Laurel Highlands Senior High School for this evening's boys soccer match between the visiting Ringgold Rams and your Laurel Highlands Mustangs. I'd first like to call your attention to the Mustangs in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The Mustangs are donning their pink warm-up jerseys and pink socks to show their support for everyone who's been touched by breast cancer. Starting lineups. First, for the visiting Ringgold Rams, led by head coach Matthew Snyder, assistant coaches Josh Galloway, Robert Evans, and Jeff Alvarez. Starting in goal, a sophomore, number 1, Aiden Whaley. On defense, a sophomore, number 4, Zachary Whaley. On defense, a senior, number 5, Ryan Cole. On defense, a junior, number 9, Aiden Weaver. A forward, a junior, number 11, George Stasko. A midfielder, senior, number 12, Elijah Calloway. A midfielder, senior, number 13, Aiden Fosnot. On defense, a sophomore, number 14, Cody Shaponik. a junior midfielder, number 16, Owen Hayward. A sophomore forward, number 18, Nick Evans. And a senior forward, number 26, Zachary Alvarez. And now, the starting lineup for your Laurel Highlands Mustangs. The Mustangs are led by head coach Jerry Rogers, assistant coaches Jerry Rogers Jr., Josh Nairn, and Vernon Chandler. On defense, a junior, 00, Cooper Hunt. A junior midfielder, number 7, Bryce Vendeshaw. A freshman forward, number 8, Cole Radcliffe. Starting in goal, a junior, number 10, Luke Simpson. A senior midfielder, number 12, Evan O'Brien. A junior midfielder, number 14, Tim Lasik. Starting a forward, a junior, number 18, Courtney Weston. A senior defenseman, number 19, Caleb Yanowski. A junior defenseman, number 20, Kaiten Rubalcava. A senior midfielder, number 25, Harry Radcliffe. And on defense, a senior, number 30, Ian Hamilton. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd ask that everyone please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Just about set to go. Laurel Highlands and Ringgold High School boys soccer, second meeting of the season between these two schools. Ringgold defeated Laurel Highlands 5-3 back at Joe Montana Stadium in Ringgold on September the 8th. Last year, the Mustangs swept the Rams, winning both meetings by scores of 7-2 and 3-1. And again, Laurel Highlands would need a win here today to really keep any realistic playoff hopes alive. But it's certainly been a competitive series between the two schools over the years. Back in 2020, Ringgold defeated Laurel Highlands 1-0 at Joe Montana Stadium. At the time, it was their fourth straight win over the Mustangs in this series, but the Mustangs won the second meeting of the year, October the 6th of that year here at Mustang Field, by a score of 3-1. That win, kind of like this year, kept the Mustangs in the playoff race. They eventually qualified for the postseason, but fell against Mars 5-1 in a very competitive game. The Mustangs have now qualified for the playoffs in 6 straight years after getting in last year, but their streak certainly might be in jeopardy here in 2022. Looking at the current conference standings, Thomas Jefferson at the top of the table, 9-1 in the conference, 11-2 overall. Interestingly enough, both of the Mustangs' losses against the Jags by just 1 goal in each match. Bethel Park, who started off the season slowly, they sit at 8-2. Trinity and Ringgold tied for the final playoff spot in the conference. They both sit at 6-4. Connellsville a game back at 5-5, and Laurel Highlands sitting 2 games back at 4-6 in the conference. Albert Gallatin sits at 1-8-1. Uniontown at 0-9-1. So we're set to go here at Mustang Field. The home team, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, and the home Reds with white numbers, blue shorts, and they have the pink socks for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And the Ringgold Rams, the away whites with blue numbers and a little gold trim. Mustangs look for a little operating room here up the near boundary as Cole Radcliffe tries to track it down. Rams knock it out of play. Or did they? They're going to rule this off of Laurel Highlands and out. Will be Ringgold's ball. They need some ball boys over here at the near side. Haven't got them in position yet. You'll have Ringgold's Cody Shaponik sending the ball back into play here on the near side to Aiden Fosnot. Mustangs a little pressure here on the ball. It'll roll back to Aiden Whaley, the Ringgold keeper. Rams playing a 4-3-3 here today with Whaley in goal. That's Aiden Whaley. His brother Zach, a sophomore, also on the back line with Ryan Cole, Aiden Weaver, and Cody Shaponik. In the midfield, they have Elijah Calloway, Aiden Fosnot, and Owen Haywood. On the front line, Georgie Stasko, Nick Evans, and Zach Alvarez. They look for a little early pressure on the ball here down the near wing. Working with it there is Zach Alvarez battling Caton Rulva-Caba for Laurel Highlands. It's Rulva-Caba that sends it out. And the Rams have the throw-in going back here to Shaponik. Trying to reset off to his right, and that ball stolen on the run by Tim Lasik of Laurel Highlands. Lasik trying to reset, but lost it there to Ringgold's Aiden Fosnot. Fosnot off to his right to Owen Haywood. As the Rams try to set it up. Far side, Georgie Stasko. Low shot, loose out in front. A little deflection there from Nick Evans. But up to the challenge, Luke Simpson in goal. The junior enters with 5 clean sheets so far this season. And boots it out here on the near side where it's knocked down by Evan O'Brien, who tries to fight off the double team. Looking for a little help there from Lasik, but lost the ball to Ringgold's Aiden Fosnot. They'll send it up the far side. They're trying to spring Nick Evans. Mustangs, they'll get possession, and Luke Simpson boots it back down on the far side as they'll try to spring Courtney Weston, sporting a new haircut out there tonight for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. You have Bryce Bendishaw on the far wing. Bendishaw entering play today for Laurel Highlands. 6 goals and 1 assist so far on the season. Bodied down there by Cole Radcliffe. Missed a couple of games early on in the season, but he's been back out there and playing well for Laurel Highlands, only a freshman. A little cross sent across there from Evan O'Brien. No one home. And controlled coming out here from Ryan Cole in a pretty good battle with Bryce Bendishaw on the far side. And the Rams will scoop it back up, trying to lead the attack. 3-on-3 coming back. Little low ball forward on the far side. And over there is Nick Evans looking for the cross with Cooper Hunt defending. And roll a goal kick here for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs playing a 4-3-3 today with Luke Simpson in goal, Cooper Hunt, Caleb Yanowski, Caton Rulva-Caba, and Ian Hamilton on the back line. Bryce Bendishaw, Evan O'Brien, Tim Lasik, and Harry Ratcliffe in the midfield, with Cole Radcliffe and Courtney Weston up top. Again, the Mustangs, if you're just joining us, without their leading goal scorer coming into the match, Thatcher Wilson. 15 goals and 5 assists, picked up a red card early on yesterday, and the Mustangs 3-0 loss in a non-conference game against a Shaw-Raleigh team. It's a single-A team, but has lost only 1 game so far this season, and a good ball there as Harry trying to spring his brother Cole on the near side. Will roll back to the Ringgold keeper, Aiden Whaley, who comes out to the top of the box to scoop it up. We played almost 4 minutes. This match scoreless so far, Laurel Highlands and Ringgold. Mustangs reset here through the midfield with Tim Lasik. Lasik, good little lob down on the far side of Courtney Weston. Weston trying to play it forward. Side of the 18, Weston unable to keep possession. We'll add a play here for a Ringgold goal kick as Zach Whaley will send it over to his brother Aiden, who will send it out. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay. Nice to have you along with us for high school soccer here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Might hear Jason Taylor from time to time as well in our public address system tonight. Our coverage brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group in Uniontown and agent David Hughes, United Bank, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Jason Scott, South Union Township Supervisor, Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialist, SWGI, in Uniontown, Dr. Calabrese, Ruth Hart, Stokes and Hoppy, as Ringgold trying to spring Zach Alvarez here on the near side. Mustangs send it back to center, and Cole Radcliffe up to his brother Harry, and a pretty good run here for the Mustangs. Harry Radcliffe breaking down the near side. Low shot, just missed wide. Looking for that far post, just couldn't get it inside the far post to rattle it home, but a good scoring opportunity for Laurel Highlands. Our match also brought to you by South Union Township Supervisors Robert Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Chesler's Fine Furniture, 601 Pittsburgh Road, Uniontown, in front of the Fayette Plaza and the Laurel Highlands Boys Soccer Boosters. Rams send it out on the goal kick. Touched there by Elijah Callaway down on the far wing. And Zach Alvarez will come forward. It goes through Ruvalcaba. And a low ball to the top of the 18. Ian Hamilton trying to send it out. Ruvalcaba a touch. Rams able to bring it down there with Owen Haywood. Haywood down on the far wing. Opportunity and a low shot just going wide there from Georgie Stasko. So a couple of good opportunities on both sides. Stasko there for Ringgold, and you saw Harry Radcliffe earlier on for Laurel Highlands. This match scoreless just over 6 minutes in for Mustang Field on a Tuesday night. Nice to have you along with us. High school soccer here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Getting played back to center. Stasko, a little touch forward as Ringgold stays on the ball. They're going to have a foul called there on the Mustangs. Caleb Yanowski sent down Nick Evans, top of the 18. You'll have a free kick here for Ringgold from about 24 yards out. You're going to have Owen Haywood that will take it. So Haywood with the blast. He'll go low, looking for a deflection, went right into the wall. And the Mustangs able to poke it back out in the direction of Courtney Weston, who couldn't get possession. And Ringgold sets it up again from the far side. Rams looking for a little run here into the box. And Ian Hamilton doing a nice job there to knock it down. Played back to Elijah Callaway, looking for a little poke forward. Ran into Harry Radcliffe, who boots it down, trying to spring Courtney Weston on the far wing. Here's Weston, a little pull back, looking for some reinforcements. Touching it along to Bryce Bendishaw. Trying to set it up to the top of the box there to Cole Radcliffe. Second attempt will come over in Cole's direction. He looks for the shot, got deflected back. Mustangs trying to keep it alive there with Harry Radcliffe trying to spin off of Elijah Callaway. Radcliffe between defenders. Harry Radcliffe got tripped up inside the box. Are we going to get a foul? Yes, we will. Let's see where it's going to be called at. So I'm going to guess the officials are going to say just outside the 18-yard box. And Harry a little slow in getting up. Referee's talking about it here. And we'll be just outside the box. They're going to put that down maybe a quarter of a yard from outside the 18-yard box. Seems like that happens a lot. You get those fouls just outside the 18-yard box. Still a prime scoring opportunity here for Harry Radcliffe and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs just over 8 minutes in. 4-player wall set up for Ringgold. And Harry getting set for the blast. He'll send it off the top of the crossbar and in. So you couldn't have placed it any better if you're Harry Radcliffe. Rattling it in off the bottom of the crossbar to give Laurel Highlands a 1-0 lead here at the 31:45 mark of the first half. So Radcliffe off the free kick, getting the goal for Laurel Highlands, and the Mustangs go on top by a score of 1-0 for no. Are they going to say no goal? So they're going to say it got deflected out. So I thought it actually went off the top of the bar and went in. They're going to say no, it did not. So I stand corrected. Jason Taylor's telling me it might have went off the football crossbar and in. So Harry thought he might have had his 8th of the year, but no goal. We remain scoreless here at Mustang Field. His brother Cole trying to come up the field. Got tripped up, and coming back here for the Rams is Cody Shaponik. Trying to set it off in Nick Evans' direction on the far side. Got knocked down. And Cooper Hunt coming forward. A little push, and Hunt's going to be called for the foul with a Ram down. At the 30-50 mark of the first half. Talking to Laurel Highlands head coach Jerry Rogers before the start of the match, talked to his team, he said, about the importance of playing disciplined soccer out there tonight. Not taking those bad fouls that sometimes lead to yellow and red cards. Not only did you have the red card last night issued to Thatcher Wilson, I think he had 3 yellow cards against the Mustangs as well, and you can get yourself into some trouble by playing undisciplined soccer, and that's certainly what happened to Laurel Highlands last night in that non-conference loss. And sent back up the field here to Cole Radcliffe. Low ball and a touch there from Evan O'Brien, trying to get it up to Harry. Got broken up and blasted back down the near side and outs. Oh, a goal kick? No, maybe not. I say it was to our camera's left of that far corner post, so Rubalcaba will send it in. It was headed down by Ringgold's Cody Shaponik, but the Mustangs pick it up and a good ball forward to the freshman Cole Radcliffe trying to track it down. You have Zachary Whaley defending, and Whaley touching it out of play. Evan O'Brien will try to go quickly again here for the Mustangs. Over to Lasik, back to O'Brien. O'Brien just holding here on the near side. Went through back Harry and then over to Ian Hamilton. Up the field looking for Bryce Bendishaw. Bendishaw in a pretty good scrum there, and he'll pick up the foul on Cody Shaponik, who went down on the Ringgold side. And the Rams will get a free kick. Aiden Fosnot will take it. Fosnot low line drive. That one's touched down by Zach Alvarez. Low coming forward. Caton Rubalcaba touching it over to Evan O'Brien, but got intercepted again by Ringgold. Touch there from Fosnot. Alvarez. Far side to Haywood. Down the far wing looking for the cross. We'll go out of play. And a free kick here for the Mustangs. And the Ringgold away jerseys look a lot like Albert Gallatin's away jerseys. The only difference there, you have more of the navy blue on the Ringgold side and the silver on the Albert Gallatin side. Knocked down there by Bendishaw. Back to Harry Radcliffe. A little backside pressure from Alvarez. 12 minutes into the match. We remain scoreless. Bendishaw coming back defensively. Ball goes out of play. Official signaled one way, back the other way. And finally it's going to be Laurel Highlands ball. And Cooper Hunt will send it in. Rams try to set it up there after a little intercept. The Mustangs pick it back up, and a little head of steam here. Rubalcaba back up through the midfield, leading the rush. Rubalcaba down the near wing. Caton Rubalcaba trying to stay with it. Into the offensive zone. Rubalcaba from the corner. Looking for the cross. Needs a little help. Trying to poke it over to Cole Radcliffe. Got deflected down. And Zach Whaley for Ringgold able to send it back up here for the Rams. There's a little slide tackle, and Evan O'Brien getting fouled. And you got to watch your P's and Q's. Sam Alvarez, who had just checked in, committed the foul, and you'll have a Mustang free kick. As Caton Rubalcaba trying to regain a little steam there after that long run down the field. Another nice boot going into the box. Mustangs looking for a little header there from Lasik. And you also had Bendishaw on the doorstep. But Aiden Whaley able to make the cover and then lead the rush back up the far side. Played back on the Mustang defensive line there from Caleb Yanowski. Knocked down by Bendishaw. Good battle with Georgie Stasko and a little collision. Another foul called here on the Mustangs. Might just rule it out of play. We'll see. We'll put it down for a free kick. We'll have Aiden Fosnot to take it. 26:05 left here in the first half. This match still scoreless between the Ringgold Rams and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Evan O'Brien touch forward, going over to Harry Radcliffe. Low ball, no one home on the far side. Rams pick up possession again. Back up through the midfield with Elijah Callaway. Harry another touch, coming back up the field. Harry into the Ringgold zone again. Here's Harry Radcliffe trying to slide it forward, staying with it as 3 Rams around him. Harry still battling. Went down, no foul called. Harry saying even got kicked in the head. On the counter is Georgie Stasko. Janoski defending there for the Mustangs. And Caleb, a nice run out of his own zone. Looking for Cole Radcliffe. With Zach Whaley defending. Cole bodying it down. Looking for operating room. A little pushing and shoving there from Whaley. And Whaley looking for the clear. Ball on the near boundary off of Ringgold going out. O'Brien to take the throw in. Looking for Lasik, side of the 18. Another quick foul called here. A little push. Called on the Mustang side? No, maybe not. Looked like certainly Ringgold initiated the contact and we called for the foul. And you'll have Tim Lasik taking the free kick here for the Mustangs. A lot of room there to the left of Aiden Whaley in goal. Now Aiden resets. Lasik will pull it back. Harry Radcliffe, little room up ahead. Line drive deflected down. Mustangs keep it alive on the reboot. Sent high and wide from Courtney Weston. The Mustangs certainly buzzing on that possession. Couple of good scoring opportunities. Both of these schools looking like they've come to play tonight. And again, for Laurel Highlands, it's pretty much win or you go home. Granted, they still have 3 conference games to play after tonight. But certainly in a position, especially playing Ringgold here tonight, you lose the match and your playoff hopes are pretty much diminished. Again, Laurel Highlands, a pretty good streak coming into this match. Have made the playoffs 6 straight years under head coach Jerry Rogers. Jerry in his 9th year as the Mustangs head coach. Took over for Zach Sipe. I think Zach was coaching the first Laurel Highlands soccer game I did about 10 years ago. Playoff game up at Mars. The Mustangs played. Amazing how time flies. Rams sent it back into the box. And covered up there by Luke Simpson. He'll push it out on the far side. And on this Ringgold end, Rams trying to get back to the playoffs for the first time since 2019. Then you look at the conference standings. TJ at 9-1, Bethel Park at 8-2, and then Trinity and Ringgold holding down the final 2 playoff spots in the conference. Both of those programs at 6-4. Connellsville and Laurel Highlands still mathematically alive. Falcons at 5-5. Mustangs at 4-6. Tim Lasik down. Foul called there on Ringgold's Georgie Stasko. And Cooper Hunt will go quickly here for the Mustangs. Down the field is looking for Cole Radcliffe. Got deflected back and picked up by Nick Evans of Ringgold. Down to Alvarez on the near wing. Zach Alvarez trying to work around Caleb Janoski. But Janoski getting control there for the moment. Deflected out. Which way is it going to go? Be a ruled Mustang ball. Kaiten Rulvakaba trying to lead the push-up. Was headed by Ringgold's Cody Shaponik. Played back on the Rams back line. Right to Harry Radcliffe. Touchdown to Tim Lasik. Lasik, good run here for the Mustangs. Boot from 30 rolls in to Aiden Whaley. Other games around the region tonight in the conference. Bethel Park at Albert Gallatin. Connellsville at Uniontown. Can actually hear the action down there before making my way over to Mustang Field tonight in Trinity at Thomas Jefferson. Owen Haywood. A little push back touch from Alvarez. Cleared back by Janoski. Plenty of size from the Mustang 2 center backs. Janoski and Hamilton. They've been doing a nice job throughout the course of the season, clogging down some of those opposing runs. Lasik trying to get through the Rams defense over to Cole Radcliffe. Cole stepping up, looking for a run here on the near side, and Zach Whaley there for Ringgold on the push back to Nick Evans. Trying to sidestep Ruakaba. One out of play, and it'll be the Mustangs' ball. And a quick moving first half so far. We've played almost 20 minutes. Still without a goal on either side. Had a couple of close calls as Evan O'Brien checks out. Dominic Georgiana coming back in for the Mustangs. Get fired in here from Janoski. Clip back ahead here on the Ringgold side. And Zach Alvarez leading the attack there with a nice ball down on the far wing. In Nick Evans' direction. Poked out there by Cooper Hunt. Mustangs saying it's their ball. It won't be, though, as Aiden Fosnot will send it back in. Georgie Stasko on the far side battling Ian Hamilton, and Hamilton taking the safe route. Have another throw-in, and Fosnot will take. For a long throw-in here into the box from Fosnot. And that's what you'll get. And it'll roll back to the Mustang keeper, Luke Simpson. And Laurel Highlands trying to get the offense going. We mentioned during their current 3-game losing streak, they've scored only 1 goal. That was a Bryce Bendishaw tally and a 4-1 loss against Bethel Park. Lost a 1-0 game to Thomas Jefferson, and then the 4-1 loss against Bethel before losing 3-0 against Charleroi yesterday in a non-conference game. But you look at the 2 losses on the road against TJ and Bethel, the 2 top teams in the conference right now. Ringgold looking for a cross there from Stasko. Good defense from Hamilton. He will have a corner kick on the Rams side here from Georgie Stasko. Stasko, little line drive. Cooper Hunt with the touch there for Laurel Highlands. I'll try to free it up here on the run to Courtney Weston, and we'll get a foul call. It'll go on Aiden Fosnot of Ringgold. And the Mustangs will get the free kick. Harry Radcliffe going quickly, trying to spring his brother Cole. Bounces at the top of the box, and one hops back to Ringgold keeper Aiden Whaley. And the Rams will boot it back out on the far side. And the last time the Mustangs missed the postseason, have to go back to 2015. And went 7-8-3. Won a playoff game in 2016 here in the first round over Greensburg-Salem. They look for another break back here with Harry Radcliffe. Again, sent wide there from the Rams, but have had first-round exits the last 5 years against South Fayette, Hampton, Franklin Regional, Mars, and Moon. All different opponents. Here's Harry on the near side. Looking for another cross. Goes all the way through. No one on that back post for a deflection. Look at a throw-in coming back here on the Ringgold side as Fosnot. Now check that. Georgie Stasko over there to send it in. Now Stasko will pull it back. And rule this a goal kick. Aiden Weaver to take it. It's deflected down. Rams with the control on the near side over to Cody Shaponik. You mentioned Dominic Georgiana checking in earlier. Cooper Hunt taking a safe route back there to Luke Simpson. Noah Barno also checked in on the Ringgold side. It's Tim Lasik. Controls there for the Mustangs and just boots it out. We have Harry Radcliffe down ahead of the play. That's why Lasik sent it out. Not sure what happened to Harry. It was away from the ball. Went down. Now he'll check out. Harry also the Mustangs field goal kicker for the football team. They'll get a rare Friday night off this week. They'll return to action a week from Friday in Washington County against the Trinity Hillers. See Harry hobbling coming off. Our coverage here tonight brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group in Uniontown and Agent David Hughes, United Bank, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law. Jason Scott, South Union Township Supervisor, Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialist, SWGI in Uniontown. Dr. Calabrese, Ruth Hart, Stokes, and Hoppy. Zebly Mahalovan White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorney. South Union Township Supervisors, Robert Schiff-Bauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Chesler's Furniture, 601 Pittsburgh Road in front of the Fayette Plaza in the Laurel Highlands Boys Soccer Boosters. 15:25 left here in the first half. We hope Harry's okay. He'll get some treatment on the far side. Bill Logue, Mustang trainer. Take care of Harry. Tanner Brusda into the match. On the Mustang side is Harry's brother Cole trying to break down in the far wing. Cole trying to keep it in play. A good ball going over the back line and out for a Ringgold goal kick. Officials pause for a moment, not sure why. No one was over for a substitution. The Rams will boot it out. Headed there by Brusda. Knocked down by Bryce Bendishaw on a slide tackle. That should be a foul. And a free kick here for the Mustangs. That was dangerous. Spikes up coming down. That's a play you can easily get carded for. And no card shown. As Cooper Hunt will take the free kick. About 38 yards out. Now actually reposition it. 34 yards out. Cooper, good boot here. Mustangs looking for a header from Hamilton. Couldn't make contact here on the near post. That's his specialty. Another Rams goal kick. This time the keeper Whaley will take it. Angled off here on the near side. Back to Shaponik. Press forward to Noah Barno. Again, Barno, one of those new entries in on the Ringgold side. Bendishaw, another touch for the Mustangs. As Laurel Highlands resets. So you're down some pretty good bodies right now if you're Laurel Highlands. Harry Radcliffe out with an injury. And Thatcher Wilson, again, sitting on that red card he picked up against Charleroi. So the Mustangs without some of their top dogs. Trying to hang in there and keep their playoff hopes alive tonight. Ringgold was looking for a low through ball. Got deflected back. Cole Radcliffe trying to head it along, but it'll go out of play. Good hustle, though, from Cole. Rams will take the throw-in. Tim Lasik here on the near side. Picked up on the near boundary between defenders. Low ball looking for Courtney Weston, but it'll roll back to Aiden Whaley. Touchdown again from Hamilton. Now over to Lasik. Spinning back to Caleb Yanowski. Near side over the head of Ruva Kaba and out. You get a lot of those matches where it seems like the time just drags on. This has not been one of them. It's been very well played for a 0-0 game here in the first half. Already down to the 11:52 mark of the first half. Opportunities on both sides. These two schools playing with a lot of intensity out there as well as Tim Lasik gets knocked down. That'll be a foul. Edge of the Ringgold zone. Don D'Amico checking in along with Debbie Wilson on our live stream. And let us know where you're watching from tonight. Be happy to pass along a hello during our game broadcast. Mustangs looking for another boot there, going through Bendishaw and scooped up by Aiden Whaley. Welcoming a lot of the Ringgold fans as well tonight. You're not making the trip down here, watching at home. We appreciate it here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Bendashaw. Lasik a touch. Played back in Ian Hamilton's direction. Hamilton just taking the safe route, sending it out. Had Zach Alvarez there on the Ringgold side. Alvarez, one of the captains on the Ringgold side. You can see him wearing the captain's yellow armband. He had a late change here as well for Ringgold. A little cross. Going right to Simpson. That was a tough save. Simpson had to show some hops there to bring that one down. It's done a nice job, though, throughout the course of the season. Junior keeper for the Mustangs. And among the seniors, Laurel Highlands will lose after this year. Eric Reed, Evan O'Brien, Caleb Janoski, Harry Radcliffe, big loss there, along with Ian Hamilton. Guys have logged a lot of minutes over the years. There's Harry's younger brother, Cole, part of this Mustang future down the near wing. He got bodied off the ball there in the box, and no foul called. Ruled a goal kick off of Cole and out. Wow. So risky play on the Ringgold side, making heavy contact like that inside the 18 could really risk a penalty kick going against you. They made the defensive play. Out the foul being called. You get a goal kick taken here by Aiden Weaver. Headed along by Georgie Stasko. On the reset, back to Elijah Callaway. Now Stasko again, trying to spring Bryce Kerr a new entry on the Ringgold side, but Rulvakaba comes back here for the Mustangs. Caton Rulvakaba has Cole Radcliffe off to his left. Caton's going to stay with it, take it into the corner, and got poked on a play there by Zach Whaley. Was a bit surprised he didn't try to go to Cole sooner, who had a clear run off to his left. Now Caton will reload back in the box in Cole's direction, who pulls it down, try to play it back, no one home. And Georgie Stasko there with the control on the Ringgold side. Georgiana coming back, a little sidewinder, top of the box, cleared out again by Zach Whaley. Mustangs come back defensively there with Caleb Janoski. Safe route back to Simpson with Sam Alvarez showing a little pressure on the Mustang keeper. You have both Alvarez's up there, Zach 26 and Sam 30 trying to lead the attack down for Ringgold, but the Mustangs on the counter. Looking for Courtney Weston on the feed from Ian Hamilton. Will pick up the foul. Actually threw a little elbow there on Sean Cornelius. Yeah, and you want to play with that controlled aggression out there if you're Laurel Highlands. Haven't had a card issued on either side tonight. We've seen a couple of hard plays, both on the Mustang side and on the Rams side as well. You had Stasko looking for the run, and he had his pocket picked there by Caleb Janoski. Janoski between defenders trying to hang on. The Rams able to pick it up there with Noah Barno. And sent out a play. Which way is it going to go? It'll be Mustang ball and Tim Lasik. No, maybe not. Might reverse it here. Let's see. No, Lasik's going to check out. You'll have Evan O'Brien coming back in here on the Laurel Highlands side. Have not seen Harry Radcliffe since he exited the match. Coming to the bench very slowly, maybe about 15 minutes ago or so. Try to get a look at Harry there down on the Mustang bench. See if we can spot him over there. 6:50 left before halftime. Ball comes into open space here, where it's picked up by Georgie Stasko of Ringgold. Sam Alvarez. Noah Barno had it deflected away, but the Rams able to keep possession down the far side with Ryan Cole. A little push ahead. Hamilton there for the Mustangs, protecting the keeper Simpson, who will scoop it back up with 6:20 left here in the first half. Played back in Bendashaw's direction. A little collision there. You'll get Janoski called for the foul. Rams will try to set it up quickly. We're going to get a card here. Official just talking things over with the Rams. We're going to get a substitution here. They're going to make Zach Alvarez check out. That'll be Zacharias Henderson coming in. Number 47, Georgie Stasko goes short. Touch there from Barno. And the Mustangs pick it up. Good move up the field there from Bendishaw down to Cole Radcliffe. Cole trying to keep it alive. It'll leave down. Cole finding it again. Ball pinballing back and forth there between Cole and Zach Whaley. For Whaley's able to find it. Up the field to Georgie Stasko. Rubalcaba trying to step in. Evan O'Brien there for the Mustangs as well. Stasko trying to keep it going. Play whistle down. What do we got? A foul called here on Laurel Highlands. Again, surprised they did not play the advantage in that situation. He whistled down a foul while the Rams had possession of the ball. Got a counterproductive call there from the officials. Cody Shaponik will take the free kick. Line drive. Headed back out, right back to Shaponik. He gets it on the return. Looks for room here on the near side and lost it out. Work it back up to Nick Evans. Evans back in through Shaponik. Back to Owen Haywood on the far side. He'll touch back with Ryan Cole. Now Haywood again. Barno there along with Zacharias Henderson. Another touch from Haywood. Playing catch with Cole. Haywood gets it back again. Haywood deflects it into the corner there to Henderson. Good defense from Cooper Hunt for the Mustangs. Trying to send it down the near boundary. Has Bryce Bendishaw there. Henderson on his back. Keeps it alive for the moment. Cole picks it up there for Ringgold. Little cross. Headed out from Janoski. Looking for Cole Radcliffe, who finds it. Comes forward. Was looking for a ball down the near set. Trying to spring Evan O'Brien. Never got in Evans' direction. And Zach Whaley on the intercepts. Rams tried to set it up, but a little reprieve here for O'Brien. Back down to Cole Radcliffe. And Cole just lost it over the near boundary and out. Will get a throw and going the other way for the Ringgold Rams. Down to Nick Evans. Touched along from Owen Haywood. Haywood on the blast down the near wing. Little operating room here for Stasko. Georgie Stasko on it. And a collision there with Janoski. Good sportsmanship. Caleb helping him up. That's what you like to see. Stasko on it again. Cross. Henderson on the backside. Goes over his head. And Bryce Bendishaw there for the Mustangs. Pulling it back out. Trying to lead the attack here to Courtney Weston. Weston reverses back. Needs a little help. We'll get it there from Tanner Bruzda. Near side, Evan O'Brien. 2:15 left here in a scoreless first half. Laurel Highlands and Ringgold. Toli Shaponik. And now Stasko. Stasko from 40 yards out. Good run here. Trying to sidestep Janoski. Stasko staying with it. Stasko goes down. And we're going to get a free kick, and Hamilton might get yellowed up here for that spike down on the ball. Boy, he's lucky he did not get a card. You cannot spike the soccer ball like that. And I am shocked the officials let that one go. You get a free kick here for Ringgold from about 22 yards out. On the blast, went off the wall, was taken there from Stasko. Deflected off on the near side, and you have Sam Alvarez trying to cross it back. I think Ruvalcaba knocked it down. Ball still loose as Ringgold continues to buzz here. Shaponik off to his right. That's Haywood just sending it wide. Had Henderson on the back post. He couldn't get a piece of it. Good defense there for the Mustangs as we approach the 1 minute mark of the first half, and this one's still scoreless. Officials letting a lot go here today. And that can get dangerous because if you don't make those calls early, sometimes the teams will just test you and see how much they can get away with. Another good ball here on the near wing, Stasko. But a good step in there from Georgiana on the intercept. Georgiana looking back up the field. Stasko deflected his blast down. Mustangs trying to go quickly, under 30 seconds left here in the first half. Georgiana back down to Cole Radcliffe, intercepted by Shaponik. Back up the field to Stasko again. Stasko, another good run and a great step in from Janoski. 16 seconds left. Mustangs looking for a late spring. Not going to get it here. Ryan Cole defending. Will send it out on the far side. Weston, another opportunity. 8 seconds left. Quickly into Cole Radcliffe. One last chance here for the Mustangs in the first half. And just sending it out there for Ringgold was Noah Barno to end the first half. But well played on both sides. Laurel Highlands and Ringgold both had a goal on either side as well. Scoreless after half of soccer. We're back with more in just a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage. It's not.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases, but most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Phone 724-437-2799.
Are you tired of looking at the same old furniture day in and day out? Let Chesler's Fine Furniture work their magic. Chesler's offers the finest in name brand home furnishings by famous manufacturers, plus accent pieces that underline your unique sense of style, and they are all sale priced. There are living room suites by King Hickory, Lancer, Craftmaster, Lazy Boy, and Best Chair, each offering a distinct flair of comfort and design in many styles and fabrics. The the largest selection of metal dinettes by Douglas and dining sets in your choice of finishes and woods. Chesler's has exceptional bedding by White Dove and Imperial in your choice of size and firmness. Chesler's Fine Furniture also offers genuine Lazy Boy recliners and living room suites for pure relaxing comfort. In addition, you can count on Chesler's for friendly, courteous service, delivery, and layaway. Credit terms are available with up to 6 months the same as CAT.
Are you getting collection calls, finding bills in the mail you can't pay? Are you expecting shutoff or foreclosure notices? If you're in financial trouble, you need to know that there is help under the law that will help protect you and your assets. Hi, this is Attorney Chuck Zebley with Zebley, Mahalav & White. Allow us to help you protect yourself. If you're in debt and have no way out, let us help you understand your options under the federal bankruptcy laws. Filing bankruptcy is not the end of the road. For many, it's a fresh start and a new beginning. So give our office a call today, 724-439-9200, or visit our website at zeblaw.com. Zebley, Mahalav & White in Uniontown, local attorneys helping local people. Let us help you fix your life. Zebley, Mahalav & White. It's gonna be
Scoreless first half between the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Ringgold Rams. Welcome back to Mustang Field. Brian Morozak along with Jerry Dupé. Reminder, if you're watching this replay on Breezeline or Armstrong Cable, I'd like to let you know that all of our games are available live online. Just log on to facebook.com/South Union TV. We also archive all of our broadcasts up on YouTube as well. You can just search the South Union Township Sports Network on YouTube for more information. Laurel Highlands girls sit at 7-5 overall. They're 5-5 in conference play. They'll return to action tomorrow night, taking on the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. They'll also have conference games against Elizabeth Forward, Ringgold, and Connellsville before ending up their season. Laurel Highlands girls currently tied for the final playoff spot in the conference at 5-5 with Connellsville. So they have some big matches as well in the weeks ahead. Again, the Laurel Highlands boys in a dogfight tonight with the Ringgold Rams. Laurel Highlands losing Harry Radcliffe in that first half. Appeared to be a leg injury of some sorts. Mustangs trying to break a 3-game losing streak and keep themselves alive for a WPIL playoff spot. Mustangs entering play today 2 games back of the final playoff spot in the conference at 4-6. And after their match against Ringgold here today, they'll travel to Connellsville on Thursday and then have matches next week on Tuesday at Albert Gallatin and next Thursday at Trinity, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. But a well-played first half here at Mustang Field. Scoreless, Laurel Highlands and Ringgold. Second half match action comes your way next here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Did you know that colorectal cancer is the second leading cancer killer in America, or that it can be prevented by removing polyps during a 30-minute colonoscopy? At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologists, Drs. Ruth Hart, Calabrese, Hoppy, and I, encourage you to consider a screening colonoscopy. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialists.com.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team. Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs. This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
cheer to the Laurel Hines Mustang boys soccer team and their coaches from the LH Boys Soccer Team Boosters.
Are you tired of looking at the same old furniture day in and day out? Let Chesler's Fine Furniture work their magic. Chesler's offers the finest in name brand home furnishings by famous manufacturers, plus accent pieces that underline your unique sense of style, and they are all sale priced. There are living room suites by King Hickory, Lancer, Craftmaster, Lazy Boy, and Best Chair, each offering a distinct flair of comfort and design in many styles and fabrics. The largest selection of metal dinettes by Douglas, and dining sets in your choice of finishes and woods. Chesler's has exceptional bedding by White Dove and Imperial in your choice of size and firmness. Chesler's Fine Furniture also offers genuine Lazy Boy recliners and living room suites for pure relaxing comfort. In addition, you can count on Chesler's for friendly, courteous service, delivery, and layaway. Credit terms are available with up to 6 months the same as cash.
Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage. It's not...
Back here at Mustang Field, scoreless as we are ready to start the second half of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Ringgold Rams. Just to update Harry Radcliffe's situation. Harry not injured at all, just feeling under the weather tonight. One of the reasons he came off in the first half. So we wish Harry the best, and that kind of makes a little more sense from what we saw when he exited the field. It was kind of up the play and didn't see any kind of contact there. So again, we wish Harry well, and not sure if he'll be able to return at all or not in the second half. His brother Cole certainly out there playing well for the Mustangs. You kind of get the feeling, the way the first half went, it might end up having a 1-0 final score. And we'll see over the years. You've certainly had some games in the first half that end up scoreless, and you see 4 or 5 goals go up in the second half. Mustangs will work right to left as we describe it here in the second half, as Courtney Weston will get things underway. 40 minutes up on the scoreboard clock. And Courtney Weston will send it back here for Laurel Highlands as the second half underway. Caleb Yanowski will angle it down to Evan O'Brien on the near side. And O'Brien losing it there to Ringgold's Owen Haywood. Haywood, a little ball on the far side, knocked out by Dominic Georgiana. Touch coming forward there from Caton Rulva-Kaba. And controlled by Ringgold's Cody Shaponik. Rams set it back up. Going wide, Zach Whaley. Back down to Ryan Cole. Here's Cole, a little low ball. Ringgold tries to set up the attack. O'Brien, a little knockdown. And Zach Alvarez there trying to come forward. Yanowski's clear, actually got deflected down off of Ian Hamilton, allowing Georgie Stasko to pick it back up for the Rams. Stasko angling off on the far side. Nice little poke away there on the Mustang side from Bryce Bendishaw. And a misclear there from Rulva-Kaba. Not what you wanted to see if you're a Mustang fan there. Owen Haywood resets. Touch from Noah Barno gave the Rams some good minutes off the bench in the first half. Stasko awaiting a ball here on the near side and picking it up, and Stasko fires just wide. You can kind of sense Stasko just creeping there in open space, and you thought he might pick it up, and he did indeed on the near side and just missed wide there of the Mustang keeper Luke Simpson. Caleb Yanoski will take the free kick down to Bendishaw. Bendishaw in a battle there with Cody Shaponik, and Shaponik finds the loose ball there for the Rams. Back to Owen Haywood. In open space again to Ryan Cole. Little give and go with Stasko. Cole gets it again. Lob forward. Ruvalcaba the touchback for the Mustangs. Down the near boundary, but stopping the run there. Ringgold's Aiden Weaver. Mustangs try to reset again here from Tim Lasik. Pretty ball movement over to Hunt. Down the near boundary, O'Brien. Again looking for Lasik, but picked up again by Zach Alvarez. A touch from Barno. And Alvarez again. Bendishaw came over and a little misclear on the backside there from Georgiana. Almost set up an opportunity for Zach Alvarez, who lost it out of play. And the Mustangs fortunate there to have a goal kick coming back 3 minutes into this second half. Or maybe not. What are we going to get here? They're going to call that a corner kick? Wow. I thought that went off a Ringgold, clearly an out. Wow. Everybody up here in the press box, too, agrees. That was off a Ringgold and out. Mustangs kind of arguing that call as well. Officials coming over to the far corner flag, unless they just didn't see it. I don't know what else to say about that. They're going to go short here off the corner. And a little give and go from the far side, low ball, and Yanoski sends down. Unless for some reason they called a foul over there. I didn't see that either. That would be my only other thought is you might have had a foul call there on that back side. I didn't get an indication of that either. Rams, though, still buzzing. On it now is Haywood. Sending it off to his right for Zach Whaley. And you have Barno getting upended. Another free kick here for Ringgold. And Owen Haywood will take it. It's from about 30 yards out. Haywood on the blast, went through the wall and wide on the far side. 4.5 minutes into the second half. Caleb Yanoski now to take the goal kick here for the Mustangs. Their side of Cooper Hunt. We had a substitution. Tim Lasik checking out, and Tim limping off a little bit there for the Mustangs. Tanner Brusda back in here on the Laurel Highlands side. Lob back to center. Headed there by Ruvalcaba. Cole Radcliffe trying to pick it up, but you have the Rams with control, and look out there. And you had Ruvalcaba locked up there with Barno, and Barno will pick up the foul. Barno was actually grabbing onto the jersey of Ruvalcaba and ripped him down. And Ruvalcaba goes quickly on the boot looking for Cole Radcliffe. Headed back. Evan O'Brien in the vicinity. Couldn't get a piece of it. Bodied back down by Ruvalcaba. Trying to come forward. Big collision again with Barno. We play on. Then Ruvalcaba gets knocked down. We mentioned earlier the officials letting a lot go. And you're going to start to see more hits like that if fouls are not called. Officials need to start taking control of the game because they're already getting out of hand. And you have a break on the far side now for Ringgold. That's Nick Evans on that far wing. Pulling it back into the box. Another player down. Now you're going to call some. They let all that go, and then you make a call inside the box. Unbelievable. You let so much go, and then you make a call like that inside the box. And now we'll see where are they going to put it at. Are they going to put this outside the 18-yard box? And they are. They're going to put it right down at the top of the 18. That's the only break the Mustangs get out of all that. Rams were saying it was inside the box. Now they're going to blast quickly off the wall and deflected wide here on the near side. Should be a corner kick. And it will be. And Zach Alvarez taking it. Alvarez, high boot, back posts. And Bryce Bendishaw doing a nice job there to head it out. Rams able to get back on it, try to set up the attack. Again, near the top of the 18, a little blast going wide. And for the officials, I get it on some of these calls right around the 18-yard box. You have the black lines for the soccer field, which are sometimes tough to pick up there on the dark green. A lot of soccer fields, you see the gold lines, which are sometimes easier to pick up as far as where the players are at. But on that last call, I still didn't like all the things the officials let go in the last sequence, and then calling a foul there that was just maybe a little incidental contact. Rams trying to set it up again. A little touch there from Cole back into the box. Luke Simpson comes diving out for the cover there on the Mustang side. He'll blast it back to center. And Radcliffe gets upended. Barno with the slide tackle. This game is getting physical. I think as physical as any game we've seen so far this year. There's a hip check on Ruvalcaba made there on Alvarez. And you have a Ram player down as well. And you look at both sides. I think the officials are just letting way too much go. And these players are going to continue to test the officials and see what they can get away with. Angled off here to Stasko. He had it poked away. Ruvalcaba will send it out. Ryan Cole pushing it back in and then sending it wide for another goal kick. And 31:06 left in regulation. Match still scoreless. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay. Nice to have you along with us here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Our coverage brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and agent David Hughes. United Bank, Davis & Davis attorneys at law. Jason Scott, South Union Township Supervisor, Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialist. SWGI in Uniontown, Dr. Ruth Hart Calabrese, Stokes and Hoppy. Zebley Mahalovan White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys. There's a little run here again from the Rams Stasko. Stasko now pulling it back again and sending it wide. Settling it there, Noah Barno, and a little collision there with Hamilton. And nothing called. We play on. Ball comes into open space to Ryan Cole. Also have to thank South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer, along with Rick Vernon and Jason Scott, Chesler's Fine Furniture, and the Laurel Highlands Boys Soccer Boosters. Ryan Cole on the near side. Evan O'Brien, good defense there for the Mustangs. Cooper Hunt will send it in. Into Ruvalcaba. Ruvalcaba on the boot. That went out of the range of Courtney Weston and out. With Rowan coming back the other way here on the Ringgold side. Rams send it in there to Sam Alvarez. Both Alvarez is out there. Zach wearing 26, a senior. And Sam wearing 30. And here's Cooper Hunt coming back on the Mustang side. Cooper to the top of the box. And went through Weston on the backside to Bendishaw. Trying to track it down with Whaley defending. Then Zach Whaley. Ball goes out of play. Off the Mustangs and out. We'll get a goal kick here for Ringgold. They'll go shorts. Zach Whaley will chip out to Noah Barno down the far boundary and played out. Off of Ringgold going out. And Dominic Georgiana will take the throw-in. Mustangs play it along, looking for Cole Radcliffe. Settled down there from Stasko. Low through ball. Look out here. Good run for the Rams down on the far side into the box. Ringgold player down. We play on. The ball picked up there by Ian Hamilton. Hamilton went down. Then you had a little flop there from Sam Alvarez. And Alvarez just flopped. And now you're going to have an injury timeout. But the way Sam Alvarez went down, they're going to throw a yellow card. Official checking on him here. Now, are we going to have the yellow card for the dive on Alvarez? So Hamilton walked off, so Jason's telling me it did go on Ian. Yellow card was waived. You have Sam Alvarez down. And you kind of had the feeling, the way this match was going, you're going to have instances like this just because of the fact the officials are letting so much go. And the way Sam flopped from our angle, it appeared to be a dive. And if he is hurt, we apologize. They're stretching him out. Players will go to their respective sidelines with 28:05 left here in regulation time. Match scoreless between the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Ringgold Rams. And our coverage brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group in Uniontown and Agent David Hughes, United Bank, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialists, SWGI in Uniontown, Dr. Calabrese, Ruth Hart, Stokes, and Hoppy, Zebley, Mahalo, and White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys, South Union Township Supervisors Robert Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Chesler's Furniture, 601 Pittsburgh Road, Uniontown, in front of the Fayette Plaza. And good news there as Sam Alvarez walks off under his own power. And the Laurel Highlands boys soccer boosters. So it appears the yellow card was called there on Hamilton. I'm trying to get some clarification on that. And Georgie Stasko will take the free kick, and he'll lob it going right to Simpson. It got deflected down. Mustang keeper down. Ball comes into open space here on the near side, and you had Fosnot there for Ringgold getting it deflected out. Be a Rams throw-in as Ryan Cole will take it. Cole with a line drive into the box. Picked up there by Bryce Bendishaw. Will clear it back in the direction of Cole Radcliffe. Little poke there from Owen Haywood of Ringgold. Bendishaw trying to pick it up. Quite the battle there as Bryce finds the loose ball for the Mustangs. Looking for Cole again. Played back by Zach Whaley. Touch from Barno. Sent ahead from Evans on the send down, and a shot going wide from Haywood. They're going to say it went off of a Mustang? There's no way that ball was touched by a Laurel Highlands player going out. Ringgold takes the throw, and then you get Ruva Kaba that just runs over a Ram, and they let that go too. I mean, like, you got to call something out there. One, you had a missed call on the ball going out, and in all honesty, Ruva Kaba should have been called for a foul. Just the referees are letting way too much go and missing a lot out there as well. .26-25 left here in regulation time. Match still scoreless. That was bodied down by Hunt. He didn't have O'Brien get back to the ball, setting up an opportunity on a shot that goes high and wide from Georgie Stasko on the near side. This has been a wild match for a scoreless game. Mustangs will blast it back to center. They're looking for Cole Radcliffe. Got headed back by Aiden Weaver. You have Ruva Kaba down behind the play. And Sean Maggard, who's in there for Laurel Highlands, clearing it out. Throw-in taken by Shaponik. Sends it into Noah Barno. Back to Shaponik on the far boundary. Lob into the box. Simpson coming out with a cover there for Laurel Highlands. Simpson takes it up top and will blast away. In Cole Radcliffe's direction has a trio of Rams around him. And a battle there between Bendishaw and Haywood. And Haywood able to win it forward. About 30 yards out, sending it wide there is Aiden Fosnot. As we got under 25 minutes left here in regulation time. Now we would play overtime, a couple of 10-minute periods. This match remains tied. Ruvalcaba block. He's been one of the more physical Mustangs in this match. And then Cooper Hunt, a little contact there on Ryan Cole. Cole sending it in. Come back in the direction of the Mustangs. Tanner Brusdo sends it up the field looking for Cole Radcliffe. Cole in a little battle there with Owen Haywood. Cole went down. Rams stay with it. Then Brusdo, a little backside contact with Aiden Fosnot. And then you have a Ram down again right near the top of the 18-yard box. But a foul will be called here on Ringgold. And Don D'Amico saying on our Facebook feed, is this football or soccer? I guess they certainly call this football, though, if you go across the pond. But certainly the physicality of this match so far mirrors American football. And a foul called here on the Rams. You'll have a free kick here for Laurel Highlands. Ruvalcaba and Hunt over here. And the Mustangs without Thatcher Wilson, their leading scorer. He picked up a red card yesterday against Charleroi. Harry Radcliffe also exited in the first half with an injury as Cooper Hunt with a shot went out the football crossbar. Came oh so close. And the Rams come back. It'll blast back towards center. Hunt. Trying to angle it down to Evan O'Brien. Won there by Stasko. And good defense from Caleb Yanofsky. Ryan Cole loading it in there for Ringgold. Battle going around Stasko. A lob to the top of the box. Got to stay sharp here if you're the Mustangs. And a little poke from Nick Evans going wide. Cooper Hunt in open space looking for the clear out. Fronted there by Aiden Fosnot. Hunt trying to come forward. A little collision inside the box. Actually just on the outside of the box. You're going to have Hunt calling for the foul. This will be a free kick here for Ringgold. It just looked like the players just kind of got tied up. Well, Fosnot will take the free kick. Mustangs setting up a three-player wall. Fosnot goes wide and then gets deflected home. And Ringgold takes a 1-0 lead. And well drawn up there. Going wide of the wall, Nick Evans with the goal. So Nick Evans scoring here at the 22-minute mark of the second half. Fosnot took the corner. Evans with the finish. And it's a 1-0 lead for Ringgold. That's a tough one to give up if you're Laurel Highlands. Now the Mustangs without their leading scorer and maybe one of their best overall players, and Harry Radcliffe as well, along with Thatcher Wilson, have to find a way here to muster a goal. The assist actually went to Aiden Fosnot, 13. Just a correction there. Nick Evans on the goal. And Aiden Fosnot on the assist. There's Hamilton on the back line. A little poke ahead to Cole Radcliffe. Back to Hamilton again. You're going to see Ian probably playing up here with the Mustangs down a goal. And a little low ball scooped up there by the keeper, Aiden Whaley. Mustangs have to change tactics up. Now, a loss wouldn't mathematically eliminate Laurel Highlands from the playoffs, but you'd have to consider the situation for Laurel Highlands to get themselves in a position to make the playoffs. They would certainly need a win here today. Now Ringgold on the counterattack again with Georgie Stasko. Into open space, and it's 2-0. Sam Alvarez on the backside, sending that one home. And the Rams get 2 goals in a minute 35 of one another. Evans and now Sam Alvarez, who comes off the Ringgold bench to get one. And that hurts if you're Laurel Highlands. Not quite the dagger yet, but certainly feels like one. They have the keeper down. Mustang keeper down. Luke Simpson. You don't know how much it is. Simpson just dejected. These kids really put it all on the line for the opening 58 minutes tonight on the Mustang side. And Ringgold as well. Well played. Kids giving it their all, and Simpson's going to have to come out. So Luke Simpson will come off. We got a new Mustang keeper. Trying to get some confirmation who the new Mustang keeper is. Or telling me it's Toby Downs, 36. Toby Downs, only a freshman. So Toby Downs in the match in goal. And we don't know if Simpson was injured as much as he was dejected. And I think because they had the stoppage with him being down, he was pretty much forced out. And then Bendishaw will send it out on the far side. Of course, we had the stoppage anyways because of the goal, but still with Simpson being down, they didn't signal the in play soon enough. Mustangs get a nice little knockdown there from Ruva Kaba. Still battling. You're down 2. You figure Ringgold scored 2 within 2 minutes. Mustangs can certainly counter and do the same thing. Rams looking to sweep the season series, and Ringgold also looking for their first playoff appearance since 2019. They went 6-11 last year, 3-9 back in 2020. This is a program that's been pretty strong, though, over the years. Actually had 4 straight years in the playoffs from 2016 through 2019. And you look at a lot of their history, they're certainly contenders year in and year out as that ball went well over the fence. Have to get lucky to try to retrieve that one. We approach the 19-minute mark of this second half. Deepest penetration that Ringgold's had over the last 10 to 15 years, back in 2011. Get a little lob here, and that one went off the crossbar, juggled, and then regaining Aiden Whaley, able to make the save. Rams have been tough defensively tonight. But back in that 2011 season, Ringgold had playoff wins over Southmoreland and West Allegheny. Lost in the WPIL semis to Hampton and lost a PIAA play-in game to South Park. Just over that full stretch, they were a contender year in and year out. Mustangs will get a corner here, it looks like. Ruva Kaba will take it. Ruvalcaba high blast. Again, might have caught a piece of the crossbar. And a Mustang stuck in the back of the net, too. One headed wide. Probably wouldn't have counted because you had a player in the net. It would have been an offsides position. That was Cole Radcliffe. I wonder how they would have ruled that. If Cole didn't touch the ball, would it have counted? I don't have to worry about it. Ian Hamilton steps up. And we'll miss seeing these Mustang seniors after this year as well. Been a lot of fun to watch over the years. A little contact in the box there with Janoski and Georgie Stasko. Corner here on the Ringgold side. You get Harry Radcliffe and Ian Hamilton. Janoski's been solid defensively as well. Ball coming on the near post. Stasko was around. They couldn't find it. Mustangs looking for the counterattack. Good run here from Bendishaw. Going to the right of Ryan Cole. And then you had Weston hit from behind. Rams find it again down the near wing. With Georgie Stasko. More contact in the box. Do we have a call made there? No foul. Mustangs just take it off the goal kick. Comes in the direction of Maddox McAllister, another young Mustang. Sophomore. Ruvalcaba got undercut. Be a foul there on Noah Barno. Ruvalcaba's down. That had to hurt. Again, these officials have just let way too much go today on both sides. Not really saying one team got more of the calls than another. It's just the fact that we've had a couple of people even comment on our Facebook page. It's mirrored a football game more than a soccer match at times. His Mustang trainer Bill Logue comes out to attend to Ruvalcaba. 16:04 left here in the second half. Again, our coverage on the South Union Township Sports Network brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group in Uniontown and Agent David Hughes. United Bank, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law. Jason Scott, South Union Township Supervisor. Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialist, SWGI in Uniontown. Dr. Calabrese, Ruthart, Stokes and Hoppy. Zebley Mahalovan White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys. South Union Township Supervisors, Robert Schiff-Bauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Chesler's Furniture, 601 Pittsburgh Road, Uniontown, in front of the Fayette Plaza, and the Laurel Highlands Boys Soccer Boosters. Ruvalcaba still being attended to. Another change here on the Ringgold side as well. Again, the Rams getting second half goals from Nick Evans and Sam Alvarez, 1:35 apart. Match was scoreless until the 22-minute mark of the second half before Evans scored. Came off of a free kick just outside the 18-yard box. Evans deflecting it home. Aiden Fosnot picked up the assist, and there you see Ruvalcaba coming out. Jerry Rogers Sr. and Jr. over there. Breast Cancer Awareness Night here at Mustang Field. Mustang coaching staff sporting the pink shirts. Mustangs wore pink warm-ups tonight as well. And you'll have Janoski taking the free kick. Gets pinballed out of there. And the Rams on the counterattack. So we go under 16 minutes left in regulation. Janoski able to knock that one down. And Maddox McAllister coming over there along with Zach Alvarez. Goes off of Laurel Highlands and out. Sean Maggard also entered during that last stoppage on the Mustang side. Headed there from Hamilton out of play. It'll be Ringgold's ball. Ryan Cole looking for a new ball. Don't know why I didn't like the other one. Nice little step in from Bryce Bendishaw. Couldn't keep possession. Coming back, Stasko. ran into Janoski. Poke out from Brewston, and then Georgiana gets upended. Free kick for the Mustangs coming back as we go under 15 minutes left here in the second half. And the Mustangs 3 conference games remaining after tonight. But a loss will put them in a position where not only do they need to win the final 3 remaining games, they'll need a ton of help in order to qualify for the WPIL playoffs for a 7th straight year. That's why this match coming in really circled tonight, as the Mustangs needed a win to realistically keep their playoff hopes alive. And a nice little rundown there from Courtney Weston in traffic, trying to circle off of Zach Whaley. Good little center. And the keeper there, Aiden Whaley, actually upended Cole Radcliffe as Radcliffe looking for the ball. Aiden the first to it. Able to send it out back to center. Get angled off to Georgie Stasko. Stasko looking for a through ball on the backside. Alvarez finds it. And he got tripped up there with Sean Maggart. And almost was as much of a foul as the two players just getting their feet tangled with one another. But I think they're going to call here a penalty kick. They're going to put it down here 12 yards from goal. So Maggart called for the foul inside the 18-yard box, and we'll have a penalty kick. I think it's been a very odd officiated game today. Had some of these calls inside the box or near the box, but so much let go in the middle of the open field. So on the penalty kick, the blast into the back of the net to make it 3-0. Ringgold over Laurel Highlands. Floodgates have opened up, scoring that one, Georgie Stasko. Now 3 goals from 3 different players for the Rams here in the second half. Evans at the 22-minute mark, Alvarez at the 20-25 mark, and now Stasko at the 13:35 mark. And the Mustangs now down 3. And Janoski making another run. That one poked off of Ringgold's Noah Barno going out. And through Ian Hamilton and back to the keeper Aiden Whaley. And again, you go back and look at the Mustangs' last 3.5 matches, including tonight, just 1 goal scored. And granted, against tough competition. Thomas Jefferson, Bethel Park, Charlotte Royals, one of the top teams in single A, and then Ringgold is probably going to end up being a playoff team here in 2022 as well tonight. They still need to muster more than 1. Here's Hamilton in the box, couldn't generate a shot. It'll go wide and out of play. Going to rule this a corner kick off of Ringgold going out. Tanner Brewster will take it. You also take into account you had Thatcher Wilson picking up a red card yesterday. A line drive here off the corner. So unable to play a conference game today. I kind of told myself coming in, I wasn't going to beat a dead horse on it. But again, you had the non-conference, basically meaningless game scheduled before 2-game conference week, and you have your best scorer pick up a red card in that match and not be able to play a conference game. Didn't like the scheduling there on Monday, but again, we've talked about that earlier on this season. I'm not going to go on long rants about it again tonight. Under 12 minutes left here, Laurel Highlands down 3, and then Laurel Highlands also losing Harry Radcliffe in the first half. Harry battling an illness this week and gave it his all to come out there. Actually almost scored off of a free kick. We thought it was in the back of the nets. Thought it was sent off the crossbar and in, not in the eyes of the officials back in the first half. And then Harry gave it his all and just couldn't go anymore tonight. Headed there by Maggart. And you also have Toby Downs in goal for Laurel Highlands as well. Might have said that it was Luke Simpson. Luke Simpson out, and that was Toby Downs who got beaten on that last penalty kick there from Georgie Stasco, and Downs only a freshman. Certainly put in a tough spot there. We hope Simpson's all right. We thought at first Simpson just more dejected more than anything else, but it looks like he was injured. Nice little give and go. Ian Hamilton looking to get the Mustangs on the scoreboard, and they called it offsides. Wow. And that was close. You get a free kick coming back. 10:28 left here in regulation. Have the keeper, Aiden Whaley, blasted away. Back to center. Helped along there by Owen Haywood. Another break down the backside. That's Alvarez. Trying to pull up. Maggart defending. Alvarez trying to regain. Works off to his left. Alvarez looking for the cross. Poke out in front. Went through Downs and into the back of the nets. So Alvarez getting the brace tonight. His second goal. Coming here at the 9:54 mark. And boy, have the floodgates opened here in the second half. A 4-0 lead for the Rams. Actually, check that. That was Zach Alvarez that scored that goal. His brother Sam had the opening goal. So you've had 2 goals from Alvarez's, but 2 different Alvarez's. Zach, the senior, getting the goal there. Good call, Jason Taylor. Nonetheless, it's 4-0. And goal, Jaden Fosnot coming forward. Intercepted there by Janoski. On the boot down, looking for Ian Hamilton. And Ringgold sending it forward. You had Nick Evans trying to break. Mustangs knocked it down there with Cooper Hunt. We were going to mention before that goal the schedule ahead as Cole Radcliffe tries to fight into the box. Ball goes out of play. The Mustangs will travel to Connellsville coming up on Thursday. They at Albert Gallatin on Tuesday, and then play their final home game here against Trinity next Thursday. That'll be the 13th. Cooper Hunt puts it down here for a corner kick. The loss will drop the Mustangs to 4-7 overall, or 4-7 in the conference, and a good boot, a better save there from Aiden Whaley. So the Mustangs will drop to 7-8 overall, 4-7 in the conference. So the best they could do if they would win out against Connellsville, Albert Gallatin, and Trinity is get to 500. The way the conference is going this year, 8 teams in the conference, and the Mustangs would lose a lot of those tiebreakers, including against a team like Ringgold, and they'd almost need the Rams to lose out, as a win would improve Ringgold to 7-4. To tie them for a playoff spot. And even at that point, Ringgold would win the tiebreaker over Laurel Highlands, winning and sweeping the season series. Another low blast. Downs the save. Rebound deflected home by Nick Evans. So Downs made the initial save, gave up the rebound, and Evans sent it to the back of the nets. Well, this one's got ugly in a hurry. 5-0 now, Ringgold. Second for Evans. He got the scoring start at the 22-minute mark. Scores here with 7:34 to play. You're going to have these rebuilding years, I guess you would call this, but the Mustangs certainly had a lot of things going against them, as we said, coming in tonight, and they've had some unfortunate cards that have occurred and thrown some injuries. Talking to assistant coach Jerry Rogers Jr., he's very optimistic about the future. Says he loves his JV team. Be a lot of the kids you'll be seeing playing varsity soccer next year as Toby Downs scoops that one up for Laurel Highlands. Mentioned the schedule ahead for Laurel Highlands, schedule ahead for Ringgold. They will host Trinity coming up on Thursday. Should be a pretty good game against two teams in the playoff hunt. They'll travel to Thomas Jefferson and play Bethel Park next week. So a tough closing schedule for Ringgold. Trinity, TJ, and Bethel Park. And they lost all three of those games first time around. But again, the bad news is for Laurel Highlands, you think, well, if the Mustangs win 3, they tie Ringgold, but Ringgold win the tiebreaker there just due to the fact that the Rams swept the Mustangs, won 3-1 up at Joe Montana Stadium earlier on this year. Cole Radcliffe trying to send it forward there to Ian Hamilton. Mustangs down 5 with 6 minutes to play. There's McAllister. Looking there for Hamilton. Maddox has gotten some pretty good minutes here in the second half for Laurel Highlands as well. Pushed up the field by Bryce Bendishaw. The Rams find it again. They made a couple of changes here in the later stages of the match. You have Noah Barno over there battling with Dominic Georgiana. And a foul called over there. Looks like on. What do we got here? It's ruled it out of play off of Laurel Highlands and a quick throw in. A couple of deflections in the box. Evan O'Brien looking for the clear out. Rams stay on the ball. I'm trying to set it up here. A little push back and a shot going wide on the near side from Ryan Cole. As we approach the 5-minute mark of the second half. Again, our game coverage brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group in Uniontown and Agent David Hughes, United Bank, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Jason Scott, South Union Township Supervisor, Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialist, that's WGI in Uniontown, Dr. Calabrese, Ruthhart, Stokes, and Hoppy, Zebley, Mahaloff, and White, Uniontown Business and Bankruptcy Attorneys, South Union Township Supervisors, Robert Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Chesler's Fine Furniture, 601 Pittsburgh Road, Uniontown in front of the Fayette Plaza, and the Laurel Highlands Boys Soccer Boosters. Mustangs looking for a late run here. Janoski leading the attack, and Caleb Janoski with the blast there for the Mustangs. They're going to say no. Went off the side of the goal. Say no goal and a goal kick. Went off the side of the goalpost and snuck into the net from the side. A stoppage for some reason down. They didn't notice any injuries. Nonetheless, we're resuming play with 4:10 to play. There's Cole Radcliffe looking there for Bryce Bendishaw. We go under 4 minutes. It's another tough one for Laurel Highlands. Had an opportunity coming forward there with Courtney Weston. Never materialized. We hope to be back with you next Thursday for the final Mustang boys soccer match of the season against Trinity. Have that game for you here on the network as the Mustangs will wrap up their season. 3:11 to play. Also bring you the Mustang girls match next Wednesday, as they will host Ringgold, and that could be a big game for the Laurel Highlands girls as they try to stay in the playoff hunt as well. Again, the girls tied with Connellsville for the final playoff spot in the conference. They will be at home here tomorrow against Thomas Jefferson, but again, our next South Union broadcast for the girls will be next Wednesday in their match against Ringgold. So Laurel Highlands and Ringgold again. For you Ringgold fans out there, we'll have that Laurel Highlands Ringgold game for you next Wednesday here from Laurel Highlands High School. And if the girls are still in the playoff race, if that game, final game at Connellsville means something for a playoff spot on the 17th, we'll have it for you here on the network if a playoff spot is up for grabs. So plan to be with you next Wednesday and Thursday here on the network next week for high school soccer. Girls on Wednesday, boys on Thursday. Wrapping up their season as we go under 2 minutes left. Mustangs set it up through the midfield. Noah Barno knocked down there by Evan O'Brien. Goes into the corner. Georgie Stasko trying to leave it down. Put down for a late goal kick from Toby Downs, who came on in relief of Luke Simpson here in the second half. Good run again from Rova Kaba. Cleared off here on the near side with 1:10 to play. The effort's certainly there tonight on the Laurel Highlands side. Might have had one of the harder played matches on both sides tonight, especially before we had the first goal scored. That ball went crashing off into the cheerleaders. I think you had a couple of drinks over there that got splattered. Always got to look alive. Whatever it was, it splashed. I had a couple nachos that got destroyed there as well. Some marshmallows and some hot chocolate. Late break here for the Rams. On the run, Elijah Callaway pulling it back, and Downs a big save there on Zach Alvarez. And give Downs, the freshman, credit for making a late stop. Your final score will be Ringgold 5 and Laurel Highlands nothing. Mustangs scoring drought continues. There's one goal scored out over the last 4 matches. The Rams getting 2 from Nick Evans tonight. Sam Alvarez, Stasko, and Zach Alvarez goals for the Ringgold Rams tonight. This evening's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Breezeline Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupay. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation. Your final score, Ringgold 5 and Laurel Highlands nothing. So, everybody.